How do I construct a scatter plot and use it to understand the relationship between bivariate data? Bivariate means two pieces. So usually you have like an X and a Y value. Now, there's two types of associations really. You have a positive association. That's where when one value increases, the other does too. Usually your X increases, so does your Y. And you can maybe draw like a straight line that kind of goes up like this. You can have a negative association. That's when as your X value increases, your Y value decreases. So this one, they both increase. This one, as one increases, the other goes down. You can see this line would go, if you drew a line here, go kind of downward. Something like maybe this here or this here. Now, also within this, you have this one data point that's off to the side. That is called an outlier. If you have a scatter plot where you have an outlier off to the side, that's what you'd have there. If you plot all these data points and you have a big group of data in one spot, that's called a cluster. So outliers and clusters, I've circled a cluster in this one, and I've circled an outlier there. Sometimes you might plot all your data and there's no pattern. We call that no association. There's no like line I could draw through that. So how do I make a scatter plot? Well, here's some data. We're going to look at in games 1 through 7, how many hours were practiced and the number of hits. So in the first game, 2 hours of practice, 1 hit. So I basically treat that like an ordered pair, 2, 1. In game 2, 4 hours of practice, 4 hits, 4, 4. And I go through and I can graph all these points. So 2 hours of practice, 1, 2, 1 hit. I go up to 1 hit on my graph here. 4, 4. So I go over to 4 and I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and I put a point there. Just about. I'm estimating here. Scatter plots are not going to be some exact mathematical thing. It's a general estimate and sense of the numbers we're looking for. 6 hours of practice, 4 hits. So hours of practice, I go over to 6. It should be right in line here because it's the same number of hits, 4. 8 hours of practice, 5 hits. So here was 6, 7, 8. Here's 4. I go up here, it's 5. So maybe right around here would be a good estimate. 10, 7. This was 8, 9, 10 hours of practice. This is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits for 10 hours. Right about there. 12 hours is 6 hits. So 10, 11, 12 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I come over. 10, 11, 12. So that point will go there. And 14 hours of practice is 9 hits. 12, 13, 14. This is my last line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kind of go over. 14. There we go. And now I look at my data. I've made a scatter plot. And I can look at this and say, what type of is there an association? Yes, there is. This looks like as the hours of practice increase, the number of hits increase. Looks like maybe you could draw a line like this. So this would be a positive association. And there would be a way to plot some data, talk about the association, make a scatter plot.